Beyond any consumer demand, the automotive industry is undergoing an unprecedented revolution driven by societal, industrial, regulatory, and environmental trends. On one hand, this has led suppliers such as Forcia to accelerate their transformation with a stronger user-centric approach when developing their products. On the other hand, due to increasing complexity and new functionalities which were not existing before, and the need for shorter time to market, suppliers are now developing their solutions within global innovation ecosystem to be able to meet consumers' expectations in terms of safety, connectivity, overall personalized experience for the cockpit of the future and for sustainability purpose. Forcia is an example in implementing this strategy with the recent acquisition of Coagent, Parrot Automotive and Clarion, leading to creation of a brand new fourth activity, Forcia Clarion Electronics. We can also mention our numerous investment in startups and strategic partnerships with academics and key industrial players that help us offer new solutions for the cockpit of the future and sustainable mobility by sharing cost, risk, but mostly reap the benefit. Most European suppliers already operate at a global level, providing high level of quality and technology to OEMs. This is due to the fact that, and I think it's fair to say that, the European market is probably the most mature and demanding one. Now, when it comes to how suppliers should position themselves, I think we need to take a look at what it means today to be an automotive supplier. Traditionally, suppliers dealt with an automaker's RFQ on a specific program. Today, these suppliers have become solutions and system providers for the whole mobility industry, and they are legitimate to do so because a significant portion of the automobile is currently being reinvented, for example, for the powertrain or the automation of the car. Making new vehicles today has become more complex, so that value and technology have necessarily been transferred partly to the supplier. We have also seen the emergence of new mobility players, particularly in China, which need and welcome the expertise of traditional suppliers and make them grow. As a result, the extension of the customer and offer portfolio added to the partnerships and strategic alliance is creating lots of new opportunities. We have talked about the massive transformation the automotive industry is undergoing. To ease the transition towards this new mobility era, there's a number of things our policymakers can do to make sure that Europe doesn't fall behind. They can stimulate business by funding research and innovation, supporting technology-intensive and strategic sectors such as sustainability, safety, connectivity, and automation. They can also ease the adoption of the new technologies by investing in the necessary infrastructures, for example, road safety, connected intelligent transport, electric charging infrastructure. There's also a lot to be done in terms of regulation to help gradually introduce autonomous vehicles on the roads. This will require a functioning and reliable legal framework across European borders. Brussels can also support the alliances and partnership strategy among the industry's players to strengthen Europe's R&D ecosystem and industrial value chains. Finally, Brussels can support the effort to build an agile workforce that has the proper skills for the 21st century auto industry. Most likely, the answer to that question will depend on use cases, cultural and local habits, as well as existing infrastructure. However, what we can be sure of is that mobility will be cleaner, less expensive, and more personalized. The cost of mobility will decrease in average, thanks to the new technologies and mobility services like MaaS, and as a result, mobility will become available to more people. That's the concept of mobility for all. Mobility will also be cleaner, electric fleets keep growing, stronger, and new zero-emission solutions such as fuel cell are also on the horizon. This will apply to goods and people. Both will see technologies adapted to moving them. If we think of the commercial vehicle fleets used to move goods, they represent today one of the major challenges to clean mobility. The good news is fuel cell solution represent a key solution towards zero-emission mobility and is a particularly well-suited solution for this type of vehicle. Last point is concerning new kinds of vehicles which should appear on the market for dedicated usages, but also modular vehicles adapted to passengers at day and to goods transportation at night.